What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the Prime Vanguard channel. Today I'm going to be doing an Aquaforce showcase for you guys on my Cobalt Wave Dragon deck. My Cobalt Wave Dragon deck profile will be in the description below. Please make sure to watch that video first before you watch this one so you guys understand my card choices and explanations. But if you guys just want to see how Cobalt Wave Dragon performs in actions, how I do these testing videos whenever I do showcases, I do 2 rounds going first and I do 2 rounds going second. The rules for it are very simple. When I play on 1 damage increments, or if I want to have fun sometimes, I just play by whatever rules I want. But essentially, I do what's best to show you guys the different types of scenarios and situations you'll find yourselves in, especially with the decks that I'm playing in these videos. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open up right into our first hand after I give this deck a little shuffle. All right, you guys, our hand is made, our deck is shuffled, and I've done my redraw. Let's get started. Okay, we're going first in this game, so we'll draw for turn. Just so you guys are better showing my hand. My hand is a little grade 3 stacked right now, so that means that there definitely won't be any rushing, so the Valeria is kind of dead. But let's see what else we can get. So we'll draw for our starter skill. We got a Propulsion, nice, for our Cobalt turn. Use Baragios. Here, I'm really looking for, okay, perfect, a Filigados. A Riptide won't help me right now, or another Cobalt Wave, but we got what we wanted, a Filigados. I'm gonna get rid of one of the Cobalts because I have 2 Cobalts left in my hand. And then that'll be it for my turn. So my opponent will go ahead and take their turn. They'll ride their grade 1, they'll draw their card, get their quick shield, may or may not do a little bit of filtering, whatever they wanna do. And then they'll attack us. Like I said, we play on 1 damage increments here. So I got 1 point of damage, got a heal trigger. That'll die down any aggro they have next. So then I stand and draw. Going into my next turn, I only have 1 option. I'll play the Valeria. My Valeria is a 9k. So here's what you can do is if you want to get the 3rd skill, if you have to blow something up, you can call Propulsion here, call Narissa here, and then go ahead and start doing that and then switch places if you want to be super aggro. But we're not going to do all that. We're going to keep it very simple and we'll just go 9 to them. Trigger check. Nothing. Got the Cuteria. So we've got a lot of good units going into our next turn, and that's it for us. They'll take their turn, give us 1 point of damage, and it's a Narissa. That's okay. We have 1 in hand already, and we are straight so far. So then we'll stand and draw, and then depending on your matchup, Excel 1 and Excel 2 will affect how you play this deck. The reason why I say that is because Cobalt Wave Dragon, yes, it gives power, but sometimes in some games, the extra 1 card draw just isn't needed. Like, I might know that might sound weird, but you want to make sure all of your stuff is going to hit because this deck is a generic Aquaforce deck, and you do kind of suffer from the old problems Aquaforce had of if you see a damage trigger, your original offense before you do the exchange and gain the power kind of gets shut down. Because remember, it's in the order of power, so you get the 10,000 power to your front row as the last bonus before you do the exchange. So keep that in mind. So because we are going first, I think going Excel 2 in this case will actually be fine. We have good pieces in hand already, so the extra card draw won't hurt us. We got a crit. I mean, it's not the worst. We have 6 more crits left in deck. So we got Excel 2, and then we'll go ahead and start attacking. So the goal that we always try to reach the power threshold of this deck. I don't see the point in playing up for certain skills. We're always going to try to reach the power threshold of this deck, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start offense now. So what we're going to do is we have multiple propulsions in here. We're going to call 1 Propulsion Dragon onto the Excel circle so that this way its attack count will be relevant. I'm going to call my Filigados here, and I'll explain why in a minute. And then my next thing to do is, well, actually, I'll call it here because I have this in hand too. Then I'm going to call my Cuteria over here. And I need 1 more card. I need 1 more unit. And I think, because Narissa is what? It is 4 more rear guards. Okay, so I will need 1 more card after this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We're just going to call everything Propulsion and Narissa. And this is kind of what I meant by this deck needs its full board, but it's okay because I'm going to show you what's going to go on. So first things first, we're going to attack with Propulsion. This is 1 attack, so plus 5k here. Pop off skill. End of battle, he'll switch places with Cuteria. And then what will happen next is we have another option of going for our attack patterns. We can do one of two things. We can either A, do Cuteria and power this up, or we can B, because yeah, we can B, just go for the attack right now, but that doesn't really matter because the exchange of our cards is too weak. We have too many grade 1s on board. I only did this because I need to filter out my hand a little bit more. I should have called the grade 3, but I'd rather keep the grade 3 because you never know what I might need. Or, nah, that'd be really greedy. Do we want to do that though? That can be spicy, but greedy. I'm thinking about switching, not having this out and actually calling this out. Because I don't really care for the rewrite, but I've already lost one Cobalt Wave. Decisions. Because one of my propulsion dragons, it might be a target for an attack because they know it's going to be a 1-card starter. But I can always exchange my cards too. Because I'm at 17 now, plus 8, I'm 25, plus 5, I'm 30. So I need one more attack for it to proc off. And what I think I'm going to do actually is, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my propulsion dragon attack. It's going to be a dead attack. I already know that. But the reason being is because now I'm at 22k and I'm going to swing with this. Now with this, I'm at 30. Felgados pushes me up by 5k because my Vanguard's attacking, so I'm at 35. So now his skill procs off and all of the skills go off. So these will exchange positions. And this is fine because this is going to move anyway. And then now what will happen is the front row gets plus 10k. So this is 18, 27, 24. We'll do triggers. So we will go 1, no trigger here. And then we go 2, sweetness, I gotta draw a trigger. Because of the power threshold, well, she can easily be made into a number. My opponent's at, remember they're at grade 2, so you're gonna be 19k or 10k. What I will do in this case is, I will actually give the power over to my Narissa. Draw. Another crit. Okay. Now what will happen is it'll be Cuteria will go. Cuteria skill. That's if we need it. If not, we don't use it. But if we want to make magic numbers, we'll Soul Blast 1. And we will go ahead and give 5k over to Felgados. That is 15 on their part. And then we'll go ahead, Felgados. So he is now 32, and Narissa over here is 28. So everything hit for magic numbers and a turn. She moves a soul, I draw a card. Everything hit for magic numbers. I have an open slot for this, and I got my hand back up. But that's what I was talking about, guys. This deck is a little bit difficult to pilot. You have to be very, very cautious of your board placement and your attack patterns for this all to work, because I made the mistake and I chose not to take it back because I want to show you guys it's okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn. I should have called this out to put more pressure, because since I don't care about the reride, since I already have what I need, and depending on my matchup, I will simply just go with this, and this will be more aggro and more push, because this will swing for the 22 and I wouldn't have to worry about my opponent and their 10k guard or anything, and I could have had Cuteria come here, and either way, with a draw trigger, it would have been a lot more lethal. I could have made this bigger and then attack with this and attack with this versus having the grade 1. And then if I had done that, yeah, I would have still had Narissa, held on to this, hold on to a 10k. So that's what should have been the better plan, but you learn from mistakes, right? Okay, I'm going on to my test hand 2. All right, you guys, we are going to the next test hand. Our deck is shuffled. We did our redraw, and we are in a bit of a tight spot. We need to get our Cobalt Wave Dragon, so we need to filter out through our deck. So we'll draw for turn. We got the grade 3, not what we needed, but not the grade 3 we needed. Ride the propulsion. We draw for skill, and then our opponent will go. They will ride, do their thing, attack us. We got a crit. All right, so it's really not looking good for us now. So we might have to push for a double Coral Assault play and the Valeria play too, because we really, really need to see our pieces. So how that's gonna work is Coral Assault procs off after 4 attacks or more. So we'll ride into Valeria, and then we will go into Propulsion, Coral Assault, and Coral Assault. So We'll call the Coral Assault here though. The reason being is because we need this Valyria to hit, because we need to get the extra card draw, because we need to find this Cobalt Wave Dragon. So, and our opponent's at 8. So 8, 8, they'll probably drop their Quick Shield. Then we'll use skill, switch. 9, 9, 17. It doesn't matter if they have a damage trigger for the others. They're gonna stop this. They're probably gonna block this because playing this way tells my opponent that I'm digging for something. So draw trigger check, no trigger. And then assuming that they do let us hit, we can play nice for ourselves. I know it's a little beneficial, but we'll draw for Valyria's skill. And a turn, we'll move these both into soul and we draw 2. Okay, thank God we got a Cobalt Wave. So, well, because one at a time, and I don't want to be damage denied, I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. Our opponent will take their turn. They will attack, give us a point of damage, and then it's our go. All right. Stand, Dodo. All right, and now that we have Cobalt Wave Dragon, in Terrific Coil Dragon, we're still good. We'll go into our Cobalt Wave Dragon. I have a lot of pieces in my hand, so I don't mind playing aggressively here. I'm gonna go Excel 1, and I'm gonna play Terrific Coil Dragon, and then I'm gonna play my Filigatos. My attack patterns are going to be a little weird because I did lose out on one of my cards. I'm going to play Terrific Coil and I'm going to play Coral Assault. Going into this is my hand by the way. So going into my battle phase, it's going to be 1 with a Soul Blast, restand. This is now 24. So 24, I'm 1. I need one more attack to make this work. And it's completely up to me what I want to do. I can keep my Terrific Coil, and what I can do is I can swing with this. This will be a dead attack or potentially not, depending on what their grade 2 is like. And then finally, I can go into my Cobalt Wave Dragon attack. I am 1, 2. This is now 22 plus 8, 30. 5K from this. I'm now at 35. Switch positions of my cards. In this case, I actually am, because I do care about the on-hit skill, so I am going to switch their position. And no, actually, I messed up. No, wait, am I tripping? I'm tripping. I can't do that. I'm going to switch their positions. The same result will be given, so everything is fine. So what I'll do is, after doing that, those positions will switch. This is now... this will be at her limit, so she will be 29. This will be 27, and this got 5K from its skill, and it's on XL1. So this is 14, 24, 34. All right, twin drive time. So first check, second check, nothing. And then my opponent will keep going. So it was 1, 2, 3. She is 4th battle, so she's at her power limit. I want to attack this as soon as possible. I don't want them to hit damage triggers, so she can be stopped. And then all her skills will proc off if that goes through. They'll probably block that one at this point because they don't want me getting more skills. But if not, let's say I hit, I draw a card because it's 4th battle or more. And then these proc off and go. End of turn, I'm already... 1, 2 Coral Assaults down, and my hand is fine. Like I said, I was playing super aggro like that, and my damage is still really low. I'm gonna hold on to this because I don't have that many pieces on board, and depending on the matchup, I don't want to get rid of this just yet. It's a nice little switch between the two, and in case something happens to Valyria, because I got intercept with her or something, I have this back up. So I'll hold on to that. My mistake, though, however, was... I should have left that back here because I could have swung with this. Yeah, that was my mistake. I could have swung with this, exchanged here. I'm 2 units in, have this go, and then have this go, and this attack be a lot bigger than this. So that was my mistake. So I'm gonna rewind it. The twin drive, we already know what it was. It was this, but what it should have been was I should have done this, and this is why placement matters, guys. This is why we do this. So I should have done 1 Soul Blast, restand, 2, And then this goes off. I'm at 30 plus 5, activate skill, counterblast 1, switch positions, and then go keep on attacking from there. This is, it was 1, 2, 3, and then finally we're 4. We'll go 5, and then we'll go 6. And then this was in the front row at the time of activating skill, so it's 19 plus the 15k it got, so it's 34, which is way bigger than his 27. It's an extra 27 minus 34. It's an extra 7k power, which is an extra 5k guard out of their hand. So that definitely was the play I should have done. Yes, this is in the front row and it is vulnerable or whatever, but if they come for it, they come for it. If they don't, they don't. This was just the more aggressive play I should have just done. The exchanging I was thinking about doing is putting her here and here so I can get the extra card draw. But then I realized that I would need to have another piece in hand, and I have another terrific coil in hand, so it's really not that big a deal. This is just one of my Excel 1 plays I want to show you guys going first. And it was a small little fender bender, but it was an easy fix. We're going on to test hand 3 now, and in test hand 3, I am going seconds. So let's go.